The universe is mind-bogglingly vast. How big exactly? Well, it depends on how much of a space nerd you are. Are you just getting into astronomy, or have you been studying the night sky for decades? Either way, we've got you covered because we're gonna blow your mind with some crazy space facts. You probably learned in school that the Earth is about 150 million kilometers from the Sun. That's one astronomical unit, or O for short. Now, that's just for the Earth. The Sun is actually the star closest to us. There are 8 more stars in our planetary system, each with its own set of planets, though none of them are quite as advanced as ours, at least not that we know of. Okay, so you've got the Sun and then you've got 8 other stars, which makes 9 stars in total. That's one star system, but there are billions and billions of stars in the Milky Way, our galaxy. And our galaxy is just one of many. It's like one grain of sand on a beach compared to all the other grains of sand on the beach. To get a little more specific, NASA believes there could be as many as 100 billion stars in the Milky Way, and that there are around a trillion galaxies in the observable universe. If that number, 2 trillion, seems familiar, it should. It's a 2 followed by 12 zeros. And if you were to write out the full number of stars in the universe, it would be a 1 followed by 27 zeros. We can't really wrap our minds around that kind of number, so let's make it a little more relatable. Let us say you had a jar full of pennies and you were to take a handful of pennies out of the jar and arrange them in front of you. Let's also say that every single penny in the jar represents 1 star in the universe. After you've taken out your handful of pennies, which would represent the Milky Way, you would still have hundreds of billions of pennies left in the jar. And to represent the observable universe, you would need roughly 20 of these jars, so take a moment to let that sink in. Even if you understand the concept of infinity, it's still hard to wrap your mind around numbers that are that big or that small. When you think about the size of the universe, it's easy to feel insignificant. After all, we are just tiny humans on a tiny planet orbiting an average star in an average galaxy. But here's the thing, we're also made of stardust. The atoms that make up our bodies were forged in the hearts of long-dead stars. So in a way, we're actually pretty big. If this video didn't blow your mind enough, watch this one instead.